Hello Standard 7. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is the Directive Principles of State Policy. Okay, this is the last chapter of your Civics, the Directive Principles of State Policy. Now before we begin with the chapter, you have to know directive principles are direction, or they are the guidelines to the government to achieve a welfare state. They are the guidelines to the government to achieve a welfare state. Now you see here, the framers of the Indian Constitution wanted India should be a welfare state. Okay, why this directive principle is added to our constitution? Because they wanted India should be a welfare state. Okay, and this is possible welfare state which would promote economic, social well-being of the citizen. So this directive principle is added to our constitution. Now the question arises, what is welfare state? What is welfare state? So according to the book definition, a country is defined as a welfare state when it protects rights of citizens and provides equal opportunities and equal share of wealth. So here, welfare state means everyone enjoys equal opportunity, whether it is in the job or education, everyone enjoys equal opportunity. Then everyone shares equal share of wealth and the rights of the citizens are protected. That is called a welfare state. Okay. Now the next is features of welfare state. What are the features of welfare state? It plans development programs for welfare of the citizen. It looks after the benefit of both individual and state. Okay, benefit of both individual as well as state. It strives to provide basic amenities. Basic amenities means the basic facilities of life at a low cost to all its citizens. It treats everyone equal and provides equal rights and social and economic justice. It ensures equal distribution of wealth among citizens. So these are the features. These are the features of the welfare state. Development program for the welfare of citizen, benefit to both individual and state, provide basic amenities at low cost, treat everyone equal, provide equal rights, equal social and economic justice, ensure equal distribution of wealth among the citizen. Now, from where the idea of directive principle, before we do this, you have to know, that India was not a welfare state before independence. Okay, before independence, India was not a welfare state. So during we were under the British rule. India was under the British rule. So during the British rule, the colonial government neglected the welfare of the country and focused on wealth generation and benefit of the British. Okay. When India attained independence, its economic and social conditions were miserable. So at that time, poverty and social inequality were rampant. Thus, the makers of Indian Constitution framed the directive principles of state policy to achieve the objective of a welfare state. So what was the main objective of a directive principle? To achieve a welfare state. Now you see, the idea of directive principles of state policy were taken from Irish constitution. That means in the world only two countries' constitutions are having the directive principle. One is Ireland, another is India. And it is mentioned in Part 4 of our Constitution. Directive principles are mentioned in Part 4 of our Constitution within Article 36 to 51. Now, what is directive principle? Here you will understand better. They are essential directives or guidelines for the future government for framing policies for the welfare of the people. They are meant to bring about social and economic justice in the country. Now, apart from the Irish Constitution, okay, we have the other sources also from where the idea of directive principles are taken. Okay, apart from Irish Constitution. So, what are the other sources of directive principles? Now, they include Gandhian principles, French Declaration relating to rights of man, American Declaration of Independence, and Charter of Human Rights of UNO. Okay, these are the other sources. The main source, Irish Constitution, and the other sources are the Gandhian Principle, the French Declaration relating to rights of man, the American Declaration of Independence, and Charter of Human Rights of the UNO. They are the other sources of directive principles. The directive principles of state policy can be broadly divided into the following categories. Now, what are the categories? Principles promoting economic equality, Gandhian principle and general principle. Okay, so what are the categories of the directive principles? It is divided into three categories here, broadly divided according to your book. So here, principles promoting economic equality, Gandhian principle and general principle. So today's class, you studied about why the directive principle is included in our constitution to achieve a welfare state, to promote economic and social well-being of the citizen. Then you studied what is welfare state, equal opportunity, equal share of wealth and protect the rights of its citizen. Then you studied about the features of the welfare state. Then you studied from where the idea of directive principle is taken from Irish Constitution. It is mentioned in Part 4, Article 36 to 51. And other sources you studied Gandhian principle, French Declaration relating to the rights of man, the American Declaration of Independence and Charter of Human Rights of the UNO. And directive principle of state can be broadly divided into three categories: principle promoting economic equality, Gandhian principle and general principle. So please learn this. Thank you.